In this video, we're going to be talking about 4 games that I personally am looking forward to in 2023. And then we might talk about a couple other games that we might start hearing a little bit more about throughout the course of 2023. So let's go ahead and get started. So hello everybody and welcome back to Crossplay Gaming. My name is Eric if you're new. So make sure that you subscribe if you enjoy videos like this or if you like joining in live streams, and if you enjoy yourself, make sure that you leave a like. So let's dive right into my miniature little list here. Number 1, I am of course looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom. Now, if you are familiar with this channel, then you know that I just recently finally got around to taking Breath of the Wild off of my shelf, and I did a playthrough. And thanks for joining me if you were here for any of the live streams. And anyways, I really did, in the end, really get into the game and start enjoying it. And by the end of it, I was definitely looking forward to the fact that there is a sequel coming up, and it's coming up in May. You probably already know this. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the story continues and what kind of game mechanics are added. There have been some spoilers and leaks and things that have been floating around online, and I've, for the most part, tried to avoid them. I'm trying to stick to news that Nintendo officially releases. I have actually ended up pre-ordering the collector's edition, so once it launches in May, I plan on doing an unboxing on the channel of the collector's edition, and then right off the bat getting started on a live stream series, so I hope that you'll join me when that comes around in May. So that's number 1. Number 2, I am looking forward to the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which will be called Jedi Survivor.
The Order is gone. I was betrayed by the one I trusted most. I will not be imprisoned again.
Now this is actually going to be coming out before Tears of the Kingdom, and I have already pre-ordered the deluxe edition for Xbox Series X. And if you've been following the channel recently, I've been working my way through Fallen Order, and we'll hopefully be finishing it up pretty soon. And then come next month, we're gonna jump into a live stream series of Jedi Survivor, so I hope that you'll join us for that live stream series. And in the meantime, make sure you comment on this video and make sure you let me know what you're looking forward to in Jedi Survivor, whether it be the story or the gameplay mechanics, and also let me know what is your favorite Star Wars game. We've played a few here on the channel in the past, like the original Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, as well as a little bit of Lego Star Wars. Let me know if there's some other obscure ones maybe I should check out. Number 3 is a game that many of you probably haven't even heard about. If you're familiar with the game company Cyan, then you've been watching my channel for a while, then you'll know that I've played games like Myst and Riven, and a few other games in the Myst series, and I've also played around with one of their more recent games, Abduction. For a while now, they have been developing a new game called Firmament, and they just recently announced that it is going to be launching in May. Now, some had in the past speculated maybe this was going to somehow fit into the Myst universe or something like that, but they have made it official that this is in fact a brand new IP. I guess it has been designed around VR from the ground up, but it is also going to be available for normal play on the PC. And so that's of course how I'm going to play it, especially if I'm going to be live streaming it, which I do plan to do. It'll be interesting to see how things work out in terms of time as I try to live stream this game as well as Tears of the Kingdom when they both come out in May. Pretty close together, actually. If this is a game that you've heard of and you've been looking forward to, make sure that you let me know. And let me know if you've checked out any other games in the Cyan world of games yourself. And then finally, I've just begun to look a little bit more into Starfield.
They say, the wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
This will be the 4th game on the list. It's one that I haven't put too much thought into as it's been in development. I saw it mentioned once or twice in some showcases. And it's going to be the first completely new IP from Bethesda in a long time. Now, some people have been upset recently as they've realized that the game has basically been delayed until September. I believe that the release date is September 6th. But fortunately, this hasn't affected me too much as, like I said, it's not something I've kept a close eye on throughout its development. And it just came back to mind as the final release date was announced. And as I've looked into it, looked at the trailers and game footage, things like that, it is something that I may be interested in checking out fully when it comes out in September. So let me know what you think of Bethesda Game Studios and what games you've enjoyed in their history and whether or not this is a game that you yourself are looking forward to. Because it's going to be later in the year, I'll hopefully be done with the games that I've already listed here, so Starfield may indeed be something that I will check out. They seem to be making a lot of bold claims about what's going to be included in the game. It's another open world game apparently, but it's an open world where it's not just one planet you're walking around, but it's going to be multiple planets. I'm wondering how they're going to handle this and how they're going to sort of fill in the space so that the game stays interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to be having some sort of procedurally generated environments to some extent, or if they're really putting in a lot of work into actually filling in these planets themselves. Maybe they'll be sort of adding content throughout the lifespan of the game. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And so those are the 4 major games that I wanted to mention. I want to mention a couple other things that I'm sort of looking forward to in 2023. There's 2 projects that are in the works that I know of, and both of them I think it's pretty certain that they're not going to be released in 2023. However, we're probably going to begin to hear about them a little bit more as the year progresses. So number 1 is the remake of Riven, also by Cyan.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help.
Now, if you've been watching the channel for a long time, you know that there was a point where I did a full playthrough of the original game Riven. There already has been a full remake of Myst, and it was pretty highly watched for my channel anyways as a 100% walkthrough. Now, it's interesting, there was a project launched sort of independently with big fans of Riven called the Starry Expanse Project several years ago, and they basically were rebuilding Riven from the ground up as a full 3D remake. Eventually, they began to connect a little bit with Cyan, apparently, and eventually Cyan actually took on the project themselves. I guess they sort of took some resources that were developed by the Starry Expanse project, but it did become a completely Cyan-owned project at this point, and they have officially announced that it is in development. And so this is something I'm definitely looking forward to. I think this is one of those sequels that far surpassed the original game, and it'll be great to see it in a fully realized 3D version. And then secondly, I am looking forward to hearing anything at all about the upcoming project that id Software is working on. You all know I'm a big fan of Doom and Doom Eternal, and we now know that id Software does indeed have a new game in development. We still don't know what it is, and so obviously it's not going to be coming out in 2023, but I do expect that sometime over the next several months there's going to be some more information given about what the heck they're working on. I imagine it'll be by the fall or by QuakeCon, whenever that's going to be. And so I'm looking forward to it. And if you have any theories about what they're working on, then make sure that you comment below on what they are. So there you have it. That's all the stuff that I'm looking forward to in 2023. Make sure that you comment below on what your favorite games are and favorite franchises are that you are hoping to get a look at in 2023, and talk amongst yourselves. So again, my name is Eric. This is Crossplay Gaming, and we will see you around in the next one. Thanks for watching.